We didn't talk about your boy, the Liver King.
My boy, the Liver King.
I haven't got your take on it. It's it's kind of old news now.
Yeah.
That's the past week, but
my take on it is I never like seeing somebody go through whatever he's going through. I never want to.
Whose fault is it?
Yeah, my take on anytime I see a man he obviously loves his family, loves his wife. I don't think he's a bad person. I think that
I don't think he's a bad guy. I think something broke.
Something broke. I think something happened where he got.
Some would argue it's too much liver.
Some would argue that you don't let Netflix just go willy-nilly with you. There's this idea, I'm going to do a documentary. They're doing a documentary.
Did he nobody's
nobody's going to do a documentary and show your good side.
Did he have any creative control over that, Chin? Did anyone watch the whole doc?
You don't have
Did it make him look bad? You said you watched it all, right?
Yeah, it makes you look bad because they edit what they want. He was very honest about what he did as a young man. So he said, I worked at GNC. I figured out that I could get free product by taking receipts and pretending and then selling that. Then he sold drugs.
Okay.
He was a young guy and he was trying to make money. I think his father never liked him or something, ignored him. He was short. He went through a lot as a kid. And so what I see is a man who spent so much time trying to be loved. He fell into the trap of the public embrace where the public will love you. And if you worship that false idol, they're going to tear you up as well.
Yeah, because the people that put you on the pedestal, there's just as many people that don't want to tear you down.
What I would have said to him is
stop eating.
I would have said, Bryan, get off the internet. Don't read any comments and take a minute, take a break. You lied about steroids. Okay, it's not like you and I didn't know. You and I were pretty forgiving about it,
Figured everybody knew.
Yeah, and also people who said they didn't know, like David Saladino or whatever his name is, who has his business with him. Like, what? I didn't know. You're a doctor. Stop it.
You guys are full of shit.
Yeah, and it is what it is. But the
whole narrative.
I don't care. I also didn't care that he was doing steroids. I thought he was a really funny character. He was a funny character.
Agreed.
A lot of what he actually had to say.
It was actually his message was good,
kind of positive,
healthy.
And when he came on the show, he was such a sweetheart. He was just a
him.
sweet fucking guy. Somehow he decided Rogan was the problem, his problem, and was the reason everything went bad, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
him not just taking accountability for his own.
Yeah,
demise.
that's where I think the break happened, where it was like, what are you doing? You don't want to fight Joe either. That's a like in a vacuum.
It's never happening.
It's never happening, and if it did, it'd be the other thing about people who say, I go crazy, I'm mental, I'll fight
red.
you. Yeah, you do that. Go ahead.
The Liver King just sees red, though, bro. You got to take that in consideration.
Well, whenever I hear any guy who's never, ever done any training, just go and see what happens when a guy grabs you who's done this and speaks this language, and they put their hand over your mouth when you can't breathe.
But also, I've never heard a guy that's worth his salt say, I just see red.
All that stuff. So
that's a sign saying I can't fight.
I don't enjoy seeing a man like that go through that.
He seems like he's getting better though, right, Jen? Has he posted anything? I feel like, is he getting better?
Let's see.
I hope he's better.
Like you might as well pick a fight with the Queen of England.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting to it, dude.
And I hope he finds peace. That's all I care.
Too.
I don't have anything bad to say about this.
He looks better.
I think inherently he's a sweet man. I really
watched that last video.
Yeah, I just think he looks way better.
Through the foyer, I saw these old thrones, and I just kind of laughed. I was like, "Oh God, kind of a little bit embarrassed." And I thought, "Oh, you know what? I don't think I made a video today. I said I was going to, so I better deliver on it." But it was Sunday.
Oh, he feels pressured.
Family Day, God's Day, capital G Day. We did that thing, man. That was good. And so I'm walking by this throne, old throne, and I thought Buffalo's real. That's legit. That's gonna stay. But I thought, oh my God, the predecessor me, I would have hated me too.
See, I like this version of him. I like this version.
I read some comments today or yesterday.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I saw he's losing it a lot.
Yeah,
And
facts.
says it on my desk. Lose yourself.
Well, no.
The thing is, like, when you actually lose yourself, though, and you lose the ego, you can't really tell people, because then it's like, hey, yeah, I actually shed my ego, and now I'm better, It's the ego talking. So if other people are seeing it, whoa, thank thank you. Or I can also go back to the egomaniac, or whatever it is that you like to call me. I can be that too. What I like to be more than anything is helpful, valuable. I've learned a lot with those gifts of resistance, the emails and the lying, and to be so free now. I think you might find it interesting. In fact, so check this out. These are my weighted vests. This is my work.
Keep watching, or are you good?
So I'm good. Like
He seems like he's doing better. Is this? I don't really follow.
I like hearing.
Does he
him
post
do this
more
way.
shit like this? Is that normal for him, Chin?
Yeah, I watched a lot of it.
The manic.
He was experimenting with psychedelics. So a lot of times
There
I
you
think when we
go.
saw him, he was having a trip, and I think he
Was like crawling on the ground
Yeah,
and
he
shit?
was going. He was taking a lot of mushrooms or something. I think that's what he said. And but again, like you see this guy, and he's just trying to figure it out. And I think he's been through it. I think it was very traumatic for him.
I think sometimes too, it's like you don't have to share everything.
Well, this is what we were talking about. This overshare culture it doesn't do you any favors. It just doesn't. But he's trying to work through something, and I think he'll find
in that
peace. I
video, he
hope.
seems better. I don't know if it's a overnight fix, but he seems
No.
like he's out of the weeds there.
Yeah, for me, I just don't like seeing somebody go through hell, and I don't revel in it. I hate it. And
No, I stopped paying attention to like his rants and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, this isn't.
I just want him to be
Healthy.
I think he's finding peace, and I think he will, and I think
I think he has a lot of work to do. I
Yeah.
don't think one video of him being out of the fucking daze, whatever he's going through, is the answer. But
Yeah.
he has some work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so he seems to be coming out of it.
It's
Right.
tough.
Yeah. It is tough.
And he
It
gets
is tough.
arrested. I'm sure when he got arrested, he's like, all right, this has gone too far.
Well, they were like, you can't come to
Can't make
Austin
threats.
and try to fight, the man with the key to the city.
Yeah, and the man wasn't even here. He's in fucking Vegas for the UFC fights. But figure it out.
Yeah. It is what it is. Kyle Kingsbury, is that who he is?
Kyle Kingsbury.
Yeah. He fought, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cornered against him when he fought my boy Pat Cummings in the
Oh.
UFC. Kyle's a great guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's done the psychedelic rabbit hole, Kyle Kingsbury.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, when I see Liver King, the shit he's going through, I'm like, I don't want to touch that shit.
No.
I think I'm okay, man.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we
but
do
my-
have we have a
hope he
culture
gets
that
help.
loves to see people die. This
Oh,
culture loves
their
to
favorite.
see people spin out of control. They want to see them crawling in their own shit and stuff. And I fucking hate that about internet culture.
About the human.
Like you want to just see somebody go through hell and you want to watch them suffer. Fuck off. Like it says a lot about you. I'm not interested in seeing somebody.
Yeah, hopefully he gets help.
He's not a bad person. He's fucking
He made some mistakes.
yeah. Yeah, he built this crazy persona, the Liver King, amazing, hilarious.
Some we've never
fantastic.
seen. Yeah, it was creative.
Great.
Yeah.
And there was are you natural? Shut up. If you know anything about the body,
Yeah, look at his belly button. Of course he's not.
yeah.
But
Good
seems
hair,
like he's
though.
doing
Got
a
of
lot
hair, a lot
better.
of good hair. Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of that. There's a record of a man who went through some stuff.
Yeah. His face just looks so weathered there.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably going through it and then decide, he feels like he has obligation to social media to share everything. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully this ends well.
I hope so. I hope so.
But he has a lot of work to do. I don't think this is a one post type of thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.